Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, sorry it's a bit late. It's been a bit. I'll just move that for you. Having a wash and trying to get a load of crap off me. But anyway, how's everyone? That music. How are you? Hi Levi. Hi Raza Taza. Andy the Tank, England's finest. How are you, buddy? Hi Albert. How are you, buddy? You well? Hi Andy, first like, thank you. That's great. If you can give it a like, I'm not going to press the issue, but if you can, then that'll be brilliant. Sorry, I'm full of crap. I'm absolutely full of rubbish. So I apologise. Me and my lad have been clearing everything out the back garden. So let me just see what's coming up. Andy, City get Cancelo. Razataza posted this on Twitter earlier. I did a video. This came out yesterday, last night, and this morning. Razataza with regards to Cancelo, and I posted on Twitter this morning that I did this on 16th of May. So what? 7 days ago, a week ago. I talked about on a live vlog. I talked about Joao Cancelo and Juventus fullback. So Man City Fan TV giving you the rumours a week before they actually come out on the BBC and everything else. So spoke about it. I said, actually, I looked back on the video this morning when somebody said, have you not done this before? And I thought, I'm sure I've done Cancelo. And I looked back on it and I was going, absolutely no chance and everything else, and I'll stake my name on it and you can come back and give me all the grief that you like. And so now I'm thinking, God, can you imagine? I'll get a load of grief, but hey, I'll take it. I still think it's crap, if I'm honest with you. But hey, let's have a look who's on. Excelente, says Kike. Andy, thank you very much, Kike. You're new. Where are you from? Hello, Andy. What you on about Baku? What you on about Baku on? No, we're back on. It was a pun on the whole thing with Baku. Jack Dean's just a bit of a pun on. We're back on the live vlog. I've been to Baku, I must admit, and I said to Jan, I spoke to Jan in depth about Baku, because obviously, as you all know, Baku is going to host the Europa League final. I was there, did videos with City fans in Baku. I was there in October, November time. First time I've ever been to Baku. Had an absolutely amazing time. The city was wonderful. It's one of my favourite cities I've ever been to. So to hear all this negative press that's going on, and I understand the reasons why. Because I heard somebody on TalkSport driving back earlier from the skip saying that he's a disabled person who follows Arsenal all over Europe and he's struggling with tickets and things like that and seating arrangements. I understand that, and it must be awful, but I can only speak personally about the city, the people that are there. I had a wonderful time. I absolutely loved Baku as a city. I just hope that, you know, the Chelsea and Arsenal fans can get there, because it's, like I said, it's a brilliant, brilliant, beautiful city to visit. Anyway, that's enough about Chelsea and Arsenal. Thanks, English Mastiff. Andy's one of our own. I hope I am, mate, because I am. I'm just a fan, like you. Well in, Andy. You two are absolute legends. Thank you for everything. Hey, thanks, Chris Baker. Like I said, we've worked hard. This is our first season. We started it right at the last few games of last season. And yeah, it was tough because we didn't know what we were doing, I'll be honest with you. We had absolutely no idea. We were two old blokes, let's face it. We're not sort of 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds who get all the, you know, YouTube likes and things like that. And we just did it because we thought, you know, Blue Moon Rising's gone and there's nothing else, and we'll just do it for the fans, and you know, we'll have a bit of a laugh along the way, and we'll learn as we go along. And as it turned out, suddenly we thought, oh, we'll get a couple of thousand subscribers by the end of the season. That'd be fantastic. As it turned out, we were inundated with people going, this is what we need, we don't have enough of this, blah, blah, blah. And suddenly we thought, hold on a minute here, we need to be doing more, and we pushed ourselves. And don't kid yourself. And I'll be honest with people, I know Ray mentioned on his previous video that we've been accused on occasions by the likes of Esteem Company and others going, oh, your production value is not up to scratch and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because we don't make hundreds of pounds every month from it. We do it for free, absolutely free. And we're doing it on our own. It's not like we've got a team of people putting our production together. We just literally do it ourselves. So it was all about the fans. That's what we wanted to set it up for, and to give the fans, the ones who can't go to games, whether you be in the UK or you be wherever. And don't worry, I will read your messages coming through. I promise. I'm just, when we talk, sometimes we get 20, 30 comments, and you can't just stop halfway through, otherwise we lose track of what we're talking about. But we set it up basically for the fans, because we go to games, we like to interview fans, we like to interact with fans, we like to speak to them and ask their thoughts and ideas about Man City and the good things, the bad things, whatever it may be. We're in the ground, we're filming goal celebrations, we're doing this, we're doing that. And we were really surprised that we got such a great response from it. And now we're nearly, we're on our way to 9,000 subscribers. Hopefully that'll be 10 or 11 or 12 before the season starts. So, we're just amazed by it. We are going to, I promise you that, I won't promise you. We wanted to keep this channel completely free of everything. Now, like I said, and I've said this on numerous vlogs before, there are certain things and opportunities that we'd like to get into, but the problem being is that unless we're a monetized channel, we can't get into, which then obviously holds us back a little bit. And we want to spread the word of the channel out there. Now, if we make money from the channel, that will only be invested back in things like equipment or charitable work. And on our channel, we've done tons and tons of that, absolutely loads of it. So if we do end up setting up the channel to be monetized, the monetization of the channel will be solely to make the production better. It's not about an income for me or Ray. It will solely to make the production better for next season, and it will be charitable. That's our absolute number one focus, is about charity. Mine now, I've taken on my channel, I've taken on my charity, which is Tackle for Manchester. Ray has got several other, charities that he works with and things like that, and he does loads and loads of charitable work. So I just wanted to point that out. I am in contact with several people who work in sort of high-end YouTube sort of channels and things like that about the production and things like that. We just haven't, City have been in 4 competitions. Me and Ray have been absolutely maxed out, going to home, away games, charitable events, European games away when I was in Lyon and things like that. And we just haven't had the time with running our own businesses and things like that. So it'll come to a point where we'll need a little bit of help. But I can promise you guys, you will see a different Man City Fan TV throughout the summer and at the start of next season. That I absolutely promise you. And we're going to be back bigger, better. Like I said, it's not about competition. It's about a little bit of pride, and we want to make this channel as good as we can make it for the fans, and we can get the fans on board, and that'd be fantastic. And like I said, it's not just about me making celebrities of me and Ray. That's the last thing we want to do. Absolutely, trust me. I mean, I've turned away so many things. Honestly, trust me. I have turned away Sky Sports News, interviews and things, because I don't want to be on their channels. I just don't want to do that. It's all about us and you as fans and City fans or any other fans interacting, talking about football and discussing all about what we want to discuss about, like we would do if we were in our, in the pub down the road with our mates and things like that. So that's what the channel's about. But we are going to work on the production, I do promise you that. And then maybe some others who have criticised us from other City fan channels, maybe then I don't know, they can have their own opinion on it. But anyway, I'm going to move back to, I just wanted to point that out. And thank you everybody who donated. And Ray, that £150 for Phil Foden, absolutely amazing, mate. Thank you so much for that. That's incredible. Don't forget, I think you also owe us £100 for Sane. So you better get that paid in so I can give the money back to Tackle for Manchester. But anyway, let's move on. Let's have a look. Sorry, problem when you go on a bit of a rant like that. Well, and Andy, you two are absolute legends. Thank you for everything. Thanks, Chris Baker. Hi, Andy. How you doing, bud? I'm good, Blue Heart. When's the charity boxing match? I couldn't box, Ray. I mean, God, let's face it. I mean, the size of us two, I don't think in professional boxing they would put two people in the same ring. Because Ray's a bit buff. Don't get me wrong, Ray's a bit buff, but he's a lot smaller than me, height and weight wise. So yeah, it'd be unfair. If you have to explain a pun, it's not good. Hi mate, good to see you. Okay, thank you mate. Rissy, Damp Music, the OG. Jurgen's Reds, what do you think of Pep's links with Juventus being cleared up now, hasn't it? Jurgen's Reds, yes, it has. I mean, even the chairman or executive directors have come out and said it's garbage. Left Baku or right back. Bugger off, Blue Heart. Rissy Corleone, UK misfit. We should be going Madrid. Well, we're not, so it doesn't really matter. Ray doesn't read the messages. It's because he can't see them due to constantly wearing his sunglasses. He needs to take them off. He does need to take them off. I keep telling him, but it's his thing. We need to put a bit of pressure on him. English Mastiff, when I win the Euro Millions tomorrow, and they're going to sponsor your channel. Hey, mate, if you win the Euro Millions, mate, I'll be happy just to have a party in a private box at Man City, and that'll do me, mate. You don't have to sponsor us. Again, nonsense in the air about Pep. James Reynolds, what a good job you do. Thank you very much, James. Kev Bawisi, all blues, it's not a competition. Of course, absolutely. Blue Heart, Ray's vids are like Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder? Fucking hell. Legend, absolute legend. What are you saying, Ray's a legend? Ray's the Ray Charles of Man City fan team. Keep telling you that's why he's called Ray. Sea Dog said, I read so much about the old story of City. I was fascinated. I'm a City fan since 2011, but until recently I did never look up a lot of the whole story of this club. Listen, I've had this argument with loads of people. It makes no difference when you join to watch Man City. Everyone is born in a different generation. My generation, I missed out. And my life as a Man City fan until recently has been shit, absolute crap. I was born in the generation where my first game was 1977, so I missed out on the 76 victory. I missed out on everything that was great about Man City. I then spent the rest of my teenage years through to 1999 and everything else crap, watching crap, utter crap, until what we've seen lately. So people are born in different generations. My lads were born in the generation when I took them first to Man City, which was, I don't know, 2004, 2005, when we were still crap, let's face it. So they've been brought up with a little bit of crap, and then saw, obviously with Sheikh Mansour's investment and Thaksin Shinawatra and everything else, they saw sort of suddenly we were buying like Robinho and players. So they've been brought up with a little bit of crap that they don't really remember. But they've now in a generation that all they're seeing is success. So it doesn't make any difference, and don't feel ashamed of the fact that you started supporting City in 2011 or 12 or 13 or 14. That's the generation you're born in. Now, if you were a Chelsea fan or a United fan and suddenly switch, well, that's a bit different story. You'll get a load of grief off me and City fans. But on the whole, it makes no difference when you actually started supporting City. That's your love, that's your passion, and it don't make any difference whatsoever. So please don't apologise for, supporting a team at any given point in your life. Ray does a hell of a lot for charity. He does. Blue Heart, is there going to be a Man City v Monopoly? Blue Heart, you probably posted that age ago, so I apologise, but that's funny as you like. God, can you imagine if we could do that? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? And it finally reveals the glasses come off. All this negative journalism could help to build a siege mentality, as annoying as it is Barcelona. Bakerface used this tactic massively. Chris Baker, you spot on. And it seems that City fans we're coming in tight on this, and I'm sure the players are as well. When they let's face it, the players read all the crap that we read, so I'm sure the players are together, and I'm sure Pep uses that as a motivational tool. Rick Davis, sorry I'm late. Don't worry, mate. I don't care about production quality. I care about quality of content, and you guys give us that. Thank you. But we'd like to. We've got a lot of things in the pipeline, which hopefully will improve both sides. Hi, Andy. I like things you're thinking about regarding the channel. Thank you. Robert on Blondie. Really happy you're engaging with City Women too. Yeah, well, I spoke to the chairman of the Man City Women's Supporters Club at the parade, and he came over and said, "Oh, Andy from Man City Fan TV, can have a chat?" And I said, yeah. And he's on the videos that we did, and we were talking about it. And I said, it's something we'd really be interested in, but we need somebody, because me and Ray don't have the time to just focus. It's hard enough focusing on Man City men's team, never mind on women's as well and things. And we said, so we had a chat about, look, if we can get somebody who can do sort of one video a week or something like that, that'd be amazing. And he was like really, really keen. And then I saw him at the parade, and we had a chat with him and his daughter. And he was really, really positive about the fact that he could get somebody who can do like a vlog for us, a weekly vlog, all about the women's stuff. And I think that's really important because, let's face it, they've been amazing, absolutely amazing since we set up the women's team. So I think it'd be wrong and neglect of us to not also offer something for the women's team. And I speak to a lot of people who on Twitter who go to the women's games, a lot of people. So if we can get somebody who can do something regular for us, we need to sort it out. There's a lot of things that when you do these things you need to sort it out, but fingers crossed, hopefully we're gonna have like a women's vlog. Now let's see if any other channel now suddenly decides, oh, we'll do a women's vlog as well, but that's what it is. So you've heard it here first. City are gonna be doing, Man City Fan TV are gonna be doing a women's vlog. Right, what else? Sorry, back handy. Let me see. Who will win the... missed that one, sorry. Man City getting barred from the Champions League. On what grounds? Chris Patterson, if you can tell me what the charges are, then I might be able to answer that. Sam Jarvis, do you think we really need Cancelo? Nope. Said it in the video that I did a week ago. Abhishek Tembi says, only City channel where nearly every question gets answered. Thank you. We can't answer, of course, we can't answer every single question. Otherwise, the vlogs go on for hours upon hours, and you guys don't want to sit here just waiting for yours. But I must admit, I always try to read, even if I've gone on a bit of a rant, I always go back and try and read your questions and answer them. Some of the answers I might say, well, look, we're doing a video on this, or we did a video on it yesterday, or we spoke about that. But I'll always endeavour to answer or read out your questions for free. We won't charge you. Don't want Patreons to pay us 20 quid a month just to read out your questions. Andy, any idea what transfer we'll be doing? Going to do a video, Channel B said that the other day. We're going to do a video next week on a transfer rumour video, full rumour. This week it's just, everything is just like that. So I think next week when we get towards the end of May, because the international transfer window does not open until the 9th of June, don't forget that. domestic transfer window is open now, but the international transfer window doesn't open until the 9th of June. So we've got 2 weeks still to go before we could potentially sign anybody. We have to remember that. So I'm sure there's loads and loads and loads of chatter going on. I'm sure there's loads of conversations with the likes of Delict saying, you know, are you interested? The rumours today that Barca have sniffed at his wage request, which obviously now United are jumping all over it because they will pay anybody anything just to get them there ahead of any other club, even though the players like Sanchez, etc., and Fred turn out to be garbage, absolute garbage. They will just jump in because it's not about does a player suit the United profile. It's about does it make Ed Woodward's job easier in selling sponsorships. That's the key to it. Now, I think if City are really in for Delict, then we will be all out to get him. If we're all out to get him, that's the point. And nothing will you won't really hear anything that is worthy of discussion until next week, towards the end of next week, as we move into June, because all we'll talk about is just transfer rumour, because it's all garbage. Like I said to you, 94.5% of transfer rumours are absolute guff, nonsense. Only 1.5% of them ever come true. And the gap in between are, yeah, he was talking to that club, but there was no interest. So I don't want to, and me and Ray don't want to on the channel start going into this whole big transfer rumour just because we want clicks. It's not what we do the channel for. You know that, because that's not what we're about. So I'm going to leave the transfer stuff until into next week, towards the end of next week, where we've got some other guests that are going to come on, do some other videos. Got some great guests lined up. Certainly, if you're a follower of Twitter, fingers crossed this weekend we'll have a couple of them signed up, and we can get them on our channel next week to talk about all things about FFP, about journalism, and about transfer news. So hold that. We're not going to talk about it just yet, but thank you for your question. And like I said, we could do a video, but it'll just be regurgitated nonsense. Hi fella, Mike Klingon Task Sniffles, love the FA Cup. And John Walters, I missed you, mate. I've not spoke to you for a while. Chris Lindley, how you doing? I'm looking forward to next season. So am I, buddy. Absolutely. Conrad Cowell, keep up the great work, Man City, till I die. Conrad, where are you from, mate? You're new. How Man City getting barred from the Champions League? Chris, you just repeated yourself there, mate. Do you think we really need Cancelo? Oh, sorry, maybe you haven't. Maybe I'm repeating myself. Ray would bite your knees in a scratch. It's not my knees I'm worried about, Bernard, I'll be honest with you. He'd take them glasses off in one of the streams. Stephen Tierney, changing the subjects a little. What is that guitar I play you see? So I just wondered. What is that? It's a guitar. Yeah, it's a guitar, mate. I'm not sure what your question was. Changing something a little. What make is it? I've no idea. I have absolutely no idea. My wife bought it as a Christmas present. See some of the vlogs I've done before. Andy can't play guitar. I can't. I've told you, I've said this before. I can't. I can strum a few lines of a few Oasis songs, and I keep saying, somebody, if you're a guitar teacher or want to give me some lessons, you're more than welcome to contact me. And I've said, I'll happily play something live once I've learned how to play the buggy. What else are we getting? Can you and Ray do a version of Ebony and Ivory? Maybe with me playing the guitar, Bernard. Dad, he did take them glasses off in one of the streams. Did he really? I think he took off one pair. He never took them all off. Changing subject, yeah, we've done that. Andy's latest gospel and Harry Maguire joining City. What, Slabhead? No chance. Can't see that. Julio, La Liga chief is claiming 6 EPL teams secretly support. Wouldn't surprise me, Julio. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me. And I'm being sort of on a level here. Wouldn't surprise me. Stephen Tierney, I saw a lot of crap too, mate. I've followed City since '87, so I make the most of it. Absolutely, that's the best thing to do. I remember Michael Francek. You feel sorry for yourself, hey? So do I. Sea Dog. I've never had a favourite club, only Barca in the 2000s. I like watching good football, so I would lie if I would say I don't like how United played. Or well, I mean that's up to you, mate. I would never turn around and honestly, I would never ever turn around and say that. Oh, you know, if let's say United won the treble, I can go. Oh, it's like I will watch the United documentary. I will do, and people will go, "Oh God, Andy, don't watch the documentary tonight." And no, because they were a great team. It was a great that treble-winning team of '99 did unbelievable things. You know, I'm a football fan as much as I'm a City fan. I'm not going to turn around just because of my affiliation and go, oh, I'm not watching that. And I will watch anything if I think it's good about football. Whether that's Barca, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's City, United, or if it's about football, I think I can learn something from it and a bit of history and a bit of knowledge. I'll watch it. I might not like it, but I'll watch it. Lee Bradbury. I think you mean Lee Bradbury, not Badbury, though he was bad. Callum Foster, who would you rather keep this season, Leroy Gundogan? I'd rather keep Leroy, if I'm being honest. Andy has more repeats than BBC Two. Don't know what that means. Andy, what do you make of the statement made by La Liga president claiming City? Yeah, I mean, Ray spoke about it, Albert. You need to go back to Lee Bradbury. Yeah, Lee Bradbury, Kiam. I think he means Bradbury. I think you need to go back because I'm not going to repeat over the whole stuff. I got involved with it on the previous one. Ray spoke about those comments, mate. So, Albert, go back and watch the video. It should be on our channel now. The live vlog that Ray did earlier just had to go out. So, Ray spoke all about what the La Liga president said. BB's on. How are you, mate? Wow, the media are ramping it up now. Apparently, Pep's off to Juve. And Academy, yeah. I mean, BB, that article. I think that article was done. Was it in the Daily Mail? And I was reading through, and it was like blah blah blah, the usual crap. But then they gave a list, and the list was something. I don't even think I've still got it on here. I'm just trying to see if I've got it on here. But it looked at the figures. And the figures, I had to laugh and then I just stopped reading it. Because the figures, let me just see if I can bring it up. I thought it was quite funny. The figures were like 300, I thought the title or the headline or something was 300 million. That's how much the City players are worth, blah, 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 now. And look at all these academy players that they got rid of. Yet when you look at how much they sold, realistically sold those academy players for, there was like a £90 million difference. And that was one sale, Jadon Sancho. And it was like, so basically we got rid of all these hundreds of City academy players. And the only profit we could have made was on Jadon Sancho for what you think is worth £100 million now. And it was like, it was the most pathetic article. And I got to the facts and I just thought, forget it. I'm not reading anymore. It was just utter guff. But the sort of crap that you're going to read in the papers because there's nothing else going on. And remember, this is only going to get bigger and ramp up even further when we get towards the week pre-9th of June. So if you think it's bad now, all I'm going to say to you is wait until not this week, next week coming, the week after. It's going to go absolutely crazy. We will be linked with about 200 players and 30 of them for the same position. But you just have to disassociate yourself with that and sort of go, right, okay, let's read in between what are the facts and who are the genuine journos talking about it. What have we got? I'm going to go back to your comments. Hi, Andy. How are you, Kieran? I'm good, mate. John, just go over the parade was a great day. Was drunk as a skunk. we mate. Well, a lot of the ex-players that I interviewed, they're like, did you? I'm sure you watched the videos on our channel. I was right in the VIP area, so the likes of Tommy Booth and others are pissed as a fart. But Andy and Ray will be on the stage at the next parade. Wouldn't that be good, damp music? Someone mentioned it once, but got away with it. Hi Andy, hi Owner Beats, how are you? Sorry I'm late reading back. Chanherb says, do you think Sandy's better with playing against teams with more space, example Liverpool and Spurs? Yeah, very good point. Yeah, I think he is, and I think that's also not only the attitude issue and things like that, but I think that's in Pep's thinking. Pep will pick, regardless, he will pick a team that he thinks will beat an opposition. And we've got a squad, and that's what we've got a squad for. That's why he's the best manager in the world. He won't pick on reputation. Brandon Wallace, would you like De Ligt at City? Of course I would. As soon as I saw, I mean, I've seen De Ligt obviously play. But as soon as I saw his speech to the Ajax fans after the season ended, that said everything to me. This is a 19-year-old kid going on a stage in front of 100,000 Ajax fans and speaking like a man, like a Vinny Company. And what worries me is that we're losing a Vinny Company and we're not really replacing him, I don't think, with anybody in our squad at the moment that can drive the team on like Vinny can. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne is probably the closest and would be my captain next season. But De Ligt seems to be somebody who is just so powerful and passionate, and you know, I think it'd be a massive miss if we don't go all in for him, because he has all the leadership qualities that you want in a player, as a captain, and he's 19 years of age. Don't forget that. Can you imagine him in 3-4 years' time? Frightening, absolutely. And not only that, he's a bloody brilliant player as well. So I think City should be doing everything they possibly can. Nice to hear Simon Jordan sticking up for City on TalkSport. Colin Pollock said, yeah, it was. He generally has stuck up for City. He has his own little sort of like things about certain issues, but he generally, from a business model point of view, Simon Jordan's always pretty much stuck up for City from a business model. It's just the other side of it that he doesn't like. Even Soggy played guitar, says James Johnson. I started liking football since 2004. Mum supported City and only. Well done, mate. Spencer's Colin, wonder why Sam George blew out. Will you watch last season United video? Blew out? No, I don't think so. I'm probably quite a bit behind here, so I do apologise. Albert Day, you're spot on, mate. Beyond belief. Opposition research, Andy. Don't know what that means, BB. Maybe I've missed something. Pound for pound boxing. There's nothing good about Phil Jones' new hairstyle. Pound for pound boxing. Where are you from? You're new. I saw you on Ray's video earlier. Where are you from? Are you from Manchester? John Grogan, just to mention, Andy, for the 22 victims of the Manchester insurance. Yeah. Yes, it was, horrible. Absolutely horrible. Sadly, the times that we're living in. But hey, it's not good. And let's hope that their memories will sort of live on forever. Hi, The Saint, how are you? Just make up prices for players' current worth and say City are ruining football or something. Yeah. Hello, WE. How are you? BB, we sold that team for 125 million. The rag top estimates that team is now worth on 300. I know, that was the thing, yeah. Pep will stay with us for 2 more years. He's already got a contract for 2 more years. Gary Owen was bladdered. Gary Owen was absolutely shit-faced. I bumped into Gary in Belgium when we played Lochran. He was steaming there, but so was I. He was absolutely goosed, mate. Hi, Kian, how are you? Blue-eyed Gary Owen is a god, lad. Yeah, like Peter Barnes, absolutely. We've got Guardiola and everyone wants to blow. Of course, who wouldn't? Anderlecht and City getting drawn into the same Champions League group 2 years from now, calling it first, Julio. Good shout, mate. come back and we'll maybe talk about that particular post. This is finally a Man City fan channel, just Man City fans about sound. Liverpool fan and Niall, Sheffield United fans saying absolutely, you're right. Whoever gets the elite will have many. Oh, it's amazing. Kian, it's gonna be whoever gets him. What a buy! It's gonna be a brilliant buy, and I'll say it now for the record. If we don't get De Ligt, I'll be absolutely gutted, and I'll be jealous if whoever does, because amazing. De Ligt will end up going to Barcelona. Well, the rumours are Barcelona have basically said, we're not going to pay you the money that you want. Now, how much that money is, I've no idea. But of course, if somebody says, oh, we're not going to pay you that money, you know the only other team that will come in and go, we'll pay you the money. Come to us for the Europa League. Come to us, you know that's United. But if we don't go all in for him, there are players that come along in generations sometimes that you have to go, I don't care what it costs, get him. Just get him. What at all costs. And I honestly, not many, and there are not many that I've come across, certainly watching football, when they come on the market, that have gone, we really need to make sure we get this guy. But De Ligt, for me, is one that we must get. Absolutely. Sea Dog says, I think if Nico leaves, we buy somebody like De Ligt. Well, let's see. Are you an agent looking for a new contract for your player? Mention City are interested and offer goes up. Get ready for the whole football world to be linked with City. And yeah, that BB, that always happens, doesn't it? City are interested. 20 million quid on top. If I could choose one player out of all the players in the world, I'd choose De Ligt. I would as well. De Ligt says Julio. Saint says, thanks, Kieran. I'm a football fan above anything else. That's why I show City respect. Thank you, the Saint. Danny Mills has been scouting Adam Lallana for... Got to go balls deep for... I don't know that far. I'm not sure who's going to go balls deep, Ray. Cheeky and Ferran will probably go, go on, Ray, you can do that. But, yeah, the sentiment, spot on. We won't get deleted as acts too close with the cards. Yeah, possibly, Kian, possibly. But there's nothing. I mean, Barca have already turned around allegedly and said the wage demands are far too much for us. Now, what the wage demands are now, if he's coming in going, I want 400 grand a week tax free, then I can see City going, nah, forget it. Now, if he wants 250 grand a week tax free, that's going to bust our sort of wage structure, because we know Kevin's on 370 grand a week, I think it is, but tax free on De Ligt, that puts him up in the KDB bracket. So I mean, we have to give KDB 400, 450, make him the highest player, because KDB has got to be an absolute certain to stay at City regardless. So they've got to balance this out. But I mean, if a deal can be done and we can get Puma on board, you know, to say, look, we'll pay after salary or something like that, just get him. Get this kid whatever you can. And if you don't, I'll be gutted if we don't. But that's the way it is. City have got a wage structure. They far more knowledgeable about these things than I am. So we have to trust in Ferran and Cheeky with regards to it. Chopper's Barbecue says, does it worry you Raiola's delete? Said, yeah, of course it does. Yeah, Chopper's, you know, that's the one big problem with Raiola is him and Pep don't get on. So I think it's obviously a stumbling block. Now, is it insurmountable? No. Because if it's about that and Raiola gets his cut, because that's all Raiola's interested in, he don't care about anything else. And if it was, I hate Guardiola and Guardiola hates me, I don't care if I get 25 million from it, he'll make the deal happen. But yeah, you've got to factor in the agent's fee on top of that as well, which will be huge because he commands huge fees. So I take it you're not got. No, I like Colin. I like John Stones. I really do. But if Otamendi and Vinny go, we've only got Garcia really there. And I know Fernandinho can play as a centre-back and blah, blah, blah. But ideally, we need 3 top-class centre-backs. Top class. And I think John Stones is top class and Laporte is. And we need one other. Now, Fernandinho, for me, is not a top-class centre-back. He's a top-class, world-class central defensive midfielder. Garcia has got a lot of learning to do and will only improve in the future. But to go into next season, if we're going all out for the Champions League and 3 more trophies, we need another proper centre-back. De Ligt is proven, absolutely proven. So I've got every faith in John Stones. The Saints says, can't see City paying for De Ligt. Yeah, well, the saying, you know, it depends. I've not heard figures. I haven't read anything. Would you swap Laporte for De Ligt, Andy? No, I wouldn't. No, if the option was there, no, I wouldn't. Stones was in companies, but yeah, I've said Stones is a great player. You know, trust me, Stones is a wonderful player. I just think if we would have been in the season we had last season, before the Centurion season, where we were 15 points clear, etc., Stones and Laporte would have played. It was just the fact, though, we had so many important games, and because Laporte is a left-footed player, we just needed that dynamism, that Vinny's, you know, leadership qualities when, you know, a lot of pressure was on the team. And I just thought that's why, luckily he was fit. And I'm sure Pep would have trusted in John Stones if Vinny was injured. It was just the fact of, you want your leader on the pitch. You just want that little bit of security, that little bit of dynamism, that drive, that energy, that leadership, that, you know, come on guys, we can do it. And I just think that was sadly why John Stones didn't play as much as he did. But I think if Company would have been injured, I think Pep would have had every faith in John Stones, don't get me wrong. Julio says, sorry, missed that. De Ligt is a sensible guy. Sensible buy, no way United do something smart. Pride of Gothenburg says, how do you think outcome will be in Champions League final? Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely. City fans are right behind Spurs. Abdullah, we need to break all our rules just for De Ligt. It's only 19 centre-back sort for the next 10 years. Yeah. Ali Mohammed, why are we linked with Juve right now? We're not... the Juve... I spoke about it 16th of May. I spoke about it a week ago on our live vlog. I did. I spoke about Cancelo. I'm not going to go over old ground because I think it's garbage. I'd take Varane and swap for signing plus cash. Oh, that's actually... That's an interesting shout. I'd rather Sane stayed. But Varane's a top-class player. Abdullah Musa breaking the wage structure is dangerous precedent, mate. Yeah, I agree, BB. You've got to be very careful because as soon as you break one, then you've got Kevin De Bruyne as the highest earner, then you've got Sergio Aguero, then you've got, and suddenly you can create chaos within the team, and that's one thing that we haven't got at this moment in time at Man City. The Varane and Cheeky have got this absolutely sewn down, hence why the likes of Fred, the likes of Sanchez, etc., they just went, bollocks to that, we ain't paying you that, end of, move on. So breaking the wage structure at a club like Man City, you'd have to be seriously special, or you're going to have that capital there to be able to go, right, okay guys, you're treble winners. Kevin, you're on 350, you can go to 375 or 400, we can go to this one. It starts having a massive knock-on effect, and I'd be really surprised if De Ligt is looking at 400 grand, 300 grand a week. I mean, he's on about, what, 60 grand a week at Ajax? To go to 400? I can't see it. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, City can go in there, maybe get, I don't know, maybe get Puma involved and sort of saying, look, you know, any chance of... Anyway, we don't know. We'll see what happens with De Ligt. De Ligt or Mbappe, says Chris Baker. What a question. Can I have both? I'd say we need Mbappe more than we need De Ligt, if I had to be right on the spot. But again, you've got the issue with wages, payment. I mean, Mbappe, it cost, what, 200 million quid for Paris Saint-Germain. You're looking at 300 million. The Qataris are going to make sure that the Abu Dhabis pay top dollar. So you're looking at 300 million. Have City got 300 million? No, I don't think so. Not for one player. Unless a sponsor comes in and sponsors it. So, Callum Foster said, Puma don't release a red and black remake. Hey, listen, Callum, you are on my wavelength, mate, because, you know, when you saw that training kit that they out at the FA Cup final, just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. They've got to, surely somebody at the club with a little bit of nous is going, look, the fans will go crazy for this red and black striped kit. The fans will go crazy for this type of kit. The fans will go crazy for this sash white with a red and black sash away kit. Jesus Christ, why not give the fans what they want? You know, if they come up with like 3 different shitty colours that are, I don't know, let's say sky blue, yellow, green, purple, whatever. I mean, bollocks to it. I mean, I never buy merchandise anyway, so, but if they can't take advice from City fans on what they want and make the kits to, you know, to that spec, they would. You imagine City fans now, I'm sure if you said to 1,000 City fans, I'm sure 900 City fans would go, oh, definitely, obviously sky blue, definitely red and black. And if we had to have an away kit, either the 99 kit or the white with the red and black sash as a third kit, I'm sure 900 out of the 1,000 would say that. I'm sure they would. And they would sell, absolutely sell, rather than these fucking fluorescent nonsense. I don't know. But anyway, there are some players worth that sacrifice, says Abdullah Biomir. Giving a 19-year-old 400k a week, while the Brian 27. Yeah, of course, said that before, BB. KDB is already fired up. He is. Premier League, Liverpool received 152 million. Yeah. Kieran Cause, UEFA Champions League run. Bernard, don't know what that means. Cheers for that, boss. You're welcome, choppers. Scott, agree, BB, unless we could some performance incentives and fixed wage. Yeah, maybe. I still feel that Delete is exceptional. I've seen Garcia and he's two from Armour. We don't need Delete. I mean, yeah, I think Delete is 5 or 6 steps ahead of where Garcia is at the moment. If I'm being honest, if you're talking about somebody going straight into a team, Garcia could be anything. Pep obviously really rates him. Dennis, he really does. But he's not ready for first team football next season, so it depends on what City want. I want players that come to improve on the Pep win trophy. It's money that motivates them. Point. Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing. I mean, if it's fair and just there, BB, if it's fair and just what they want, then fair enough, you know. But you know, City are not gonna completely destroy the wage structure. It's what's got us over the last 2 seasons to where we are now. Look at the trophies we've won. 6 trophies in 2 seasons. You know, why would we break all that just to bring in somebody that could upset the dynamics? It's not going to happen. I'm from Helmshaw, Ramsbottom Way, Andy. My grandfather used to live right outside Main Road when he was present. Good few family members are City fans. Well, welcome to the channel, pound for pound boxing, mate. You're more than welcome. I think Bernardo is secret agent for any incoming. Hey, I'm sure Blue Heart is pushing it. In Pep we trust, absolutely. Right, how long got? Right, we're going into the last 5 minutes of extra time. It's not Fergie time, otherwise it'd be 10. But let's see what else we've got. I'm going to quickly read through your stuff now. I'm only going to read out very quickly your questions. so I don't miss anyone out. Norman Roman, hey, how are you? I'm good, mate. James Sinclair seems like BB. It's terrible news for the Premier League. Blue Heart signing to stay for me. Now Gundogan is signing. Interesting. We'll see what's happening with signing. Gundogan, I'm not sure whether he's signing just yet. Juan Carino, ideally we need someone with Prem experience, so I think we should get Ake from Bournemouth. Great player. Did a video on him. I was very impressed with him. But you know, if you're taking Ake or you're taking De Ligt, take De Ligt every day of the week. But Ake, I've been very impressed with him. That's a good shout out, Juan, because Ake is a very good player. Hates Spuds, hates Scousers, hope it's abandoned, says Michael Cunningham. Company won as a league this season without him being fit, would have missed the leadership. Good shout, Michael Cunningham, BB. Everyone loves that comment. Brilliant. Ray says if City see enough in a player, they'll go for him. Yeah, like KDB. I agree, Ray. It just depends, but everything's got to come together. It can't be just brilliant player but you want £500,000 a week. It's everything's got to fit. Paul Standall said to Ray earlier about being heartbroken in the 8-1 Cup final. Spurs only 9 at the time. Never forgave them, but definitely want them stuff. Hey, I remember that final, mate. I was 11. And I didn't go to Wembley. I couldn't afford it. With you, lad. But I watched both games and the replay. Was devastated. Rigant Shah, we are City fans, such nice people. Spurs beat us and we still support them. Hey, it's about what's right. Balls deep and bollocks, am I right? I saw you at the parade, says Alex JQ. Did you? Why don't you come and say hello? My God. Don't, people, listen, I'm approachable. Don't just ignore me. Come over and go. I had loads and loads and loads of people come over going, hey, Andy, it's, you know, Man City Fan TV and whatever else. All right, I had my T-shirt, Man City Fan TV shirt on, but come over and say hello. I had chats with loads of people, some off camera because some sort of said, oh, no, I don't want to be on camera, and that's perfectly fine. But I met loads of people at the parade that came over and said, love your channel, love what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Come over. If you see us, please, honestly, we implore you. Just come and say hello. Have a chat with us. You don't have to be on camera. Mangala, JK, MCFC, Mangala do okay given a chance. I think his time's passed. Norman, Pochettino to Juve are buying. That's going to be interesting because Juve could be in for him. Liverpool team of quality footballers capable of entertaining football that commands respect. The fans, though, are the reason. Yeah, BB, spot on. Liverpool team are an amazing team, fantastic team. Their fans are completely delusional. Well, a large proportion are. Perfect window signing, 5-year deal. Gundo 4-year deal. Rodri, delete, Cancelo. Fucking hell. That ain't happening. I promise you, mate, that ain't happening. Sane, 5-year deal. Gundo, 4-year deal. Rodri, Delict, Cancelo, Chilwell. Jamie, come back. If that happens, mate, come back and give me all the grief in the world. But I'm telling you, kiddo, that ain't happening. Do City fans prefer this success more than they enjoy the misery Man U? Oh, of course we do. It's all about us. It's not about United. United, honestly, I'm not kidding. If that was 10 years ago, we might be having a laugh at United. United are irrelevant to Man City fans now. That's how much it's flipped. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's just United are nothing to us anymore. They're just like, well, you hate Liverpool as well. So there you go. So we'll put an arm around you for a bit of Twitter banter. But United mean nothing to City anymore. They're just so far behind us. That's not to say in the future they might not come back and then we'll have this great rivalry, but they have got a lot of catching up to do. I feel De Ligt is a money man. He's a money man, possibly rubbed to Blondie because of his agent, and his agent always gets his player the biggest deals. Raiola is an absolute monster when it comes to deals. Football dealing, it's all about what he gets out of it more than what his client gets out of it. So Yeah, sadly, money will play a massive part. Scott Williams' red and black kit is nailed on in memory of Sir Bernard Halford. I hope so. I really do. Norman Roman is Pochettino a better tactician than Klopp, you think? I think Klopp's good. I mean, you know, I don't want. Klopp's a good manager. He's a good manager. Don't get me wrong. Is Pochettino a better tactician? I don't know. I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. It's all about opinions, isn't it? I think Pochettino's a very good manager. Don't get me wrong. But Klopp's done some very good changes. You only look at the changes that he made against Barcelona. Exceptional changes that were surprising. And they got the result against Barca, which was an incredible result. But I think they're two great managers, don't get me wrong. I couldn't split them. I really couldn't. City fans help Puma with a new kit. Let's hope so. Saints us all day long, didn't care about others. Chris, Puma should plagiarise the Umbro kits. They were mint. They were great. Night follow a set pattern at all clubs. Yeah, but a lot of them do, Paul. A lot do follow the same sort of patterns. I'm just hoping that City can have an influence with Puma that go, you know, let's have a bit of this. Kits never bother me. I couldn't class. They haven't for me really, Kiam. Like I said to you, I haven't had a kit since I was a teenager, a young teenager. I think that was bought for me. Well, I've never been one for wearing kits, shirts, things like merchandise, whatever. It just hasn't been my thing. But I do like to see a good kit. I must admit. Paul says Kiyama's shirt is a massive part of it all. Well, it is. I mean, like I've just said to you, it is to a certain degree. Agree, Kian, but a lot of the older generation City fans will buy red and black kit. Like me, I actually went when I was in Manchester. I was thinking, oh God, I'm early. I'll nip into the Arndale. Not been in the Arndale for God knows how many years. But I thought I'll go to the City store and realised then City stores closed down. Because I was thinking, I wonder if they've got that red and black, you know, with the badge and everything. I wonder if they've got anything like that on there, because that's the only thing I would possibly wear. But they didn't, and it was closed down, and that was it. But I think I'd love that red and black kit to come back as the away kit. Would retaining the league being enough for you this season? Not just retaining the league. I'd like the league and another cup. But the league, #1 again for next season for me, without a shadow of a doubt. Said it every year. Premier League, back to back to back. A treble, you're right up there in the pantheons of the best teams ever around. Fergie time will end when you've got more lives. No, it's going. Fergie time's going in a minute. Have you voted today, Andy? I'm not getting into politics on this channel. I do enough of that on Twitter. Certainly, I'll give you a very quick overview, and that is I'm extremely annoyed, angry with our governments and political parties because they've had 3 years, not just one party, all parties have had 3 years to organise Brexit. Brexit has seriously affected my business, yeah, they're a disgrace, and they're all in it for themselves, and I find them, all of them, every single party, an absolute disgrace because they're all in it for themselves and their own profiles and their own everything else that goes with it. So, but that's my end. I don't get into politics on here. Andy's beard looks scary, so no one approaches him. My beard looks scary. Why does my beard look scary? Really? Does it look scary? Maybe it needs a bit of a trim. You want to see me in a dark alley, mate? I came over to you in my guitar costume and you just ignored me. Piss off, Blue. 76 greats win, Dennis overhead. Averill Smith, today I have a problem with this media and this and shit. Yeah, it is BS, you're absolutely right. I love Scott Wheeland. Who that is. LK has to stay, he was amazing. Yeah. Always makes me wonder though, the fact that he was offered a contract 6 months ago and he's waited right to the end. And would Ilkay want to sign if he didn't get the last sort of like 10, 12 games? Probably not. Which says to me, If Fernandinho's fit, we buy Rodri. Gundogan's going to be on the bench. It's going to be a bit part player, squad player. So, as good as he's been, and he has been great, don't get me wrong. Just something, when players turn around and say, oh, no, I'm not signing, no, I'll do it this. And when the season goes in his favour, then they suddenly go, oh, yeah, I'll open contract talks now. Something don't ring right for me. Theo Tran says 72 watch, 45 likes. Yeah, give us a like if you want it. It's no problem. Andy, you listened to the Transfer Window podcast this morning. Oh, bollocks. Why would I want to listen to Duncan Castles? I already had a big, massive debate with him yesterday. Guy couldn't even come back to me when I pointed out that he talked utter bullshit about Leroy Sané being the third best goals and assists in the Premier League. That's what he said on his podcast, his last podcast. And he went, yeah, but I didn't actually mean that. I meant, and I went, what? Just like the rest of the journals, you didn't actually mean that. So bullshit. No, I won't give him the time of day. Okay, you've all changed my mind. I would love red and black kit. There you go, Kiam. Absolutely. Red and black. Brendan Rodgers, Andy, your thoughts on becoming City? Bollocks. Why would I want him? Plastic teeth. Mr. I love me. Mr. Come and take a seat. Let's talk about me. No, I don't think so. I'm hoping for Liverpool win the... Really? You're about one of the few I've ever come across the same. What else? Say any youth or women's match on the City Channel I watch. Shande Leroy's been offered a contract. We'll see. Does it scare you that signing Otamendi and Ilkay links? Well, no, it doesn't scare me whatsoever. No, I've always said it, and this is my last thought before I go, because I've gone over now. So I've always said it. If a player don't want to sign for Man City, I'd rather City sell them for them and hold out for a change for the most money we can get for him, and say, if you don't want it, you can go and train with the academy, go and sit on the bench, go and do whatever. If you want to sign for another team and you don't want to play, let's face it, we are the reigning Premier League champions. We are a team that's just won 4 trophies. 3, maybe 4. You know, we're in a transition period where we're only going to get better. If you don't want to play for that team as that part of the squad, for the best coach in world football, then, you know, go. I'd rather you leave. I'd rather you don't be here. I'd rather you don't have strops. I'd rather you don't create problems. I'd rather you just go and City get and hold out for as much money as they can. And if somebody says to me, Leroy Sané, in this present day and age, who is possibly the best left winger in world football, cannot get 150 million for him, I would just say to Leroy, where you ain't going? You got 2 years left. Go and sit on the bench. Go and train with the academy. Go and do whatever, because it's your German career that it's going to affect. And, you know, Pep won't stand for any shit. He won't stand for any shit, and I don't think City will anymore. So, if he wants to go, if Gundogan wants to go, if anyone wants to go, if Sergio Aguero wants to go, you know, he's a bit different because you'd let him leave with your blessing. But if anyone wants to go from Man City, he'll let him go. It's that simple. You want players that want to be part of that particular squad, because we've got leaders now in the likes of Bernardo Silva coming through. We've got Sterling as well. We've got Mahrez, who might next season have an amazing season next season. So, you know, if Leroy doesn't want to be at Man City and he wants to go and he wants more money and he wants this and he wants assurances and he wants this, let him go. Don't want that garbage around the team, around the squad. So I have no, in my heart, and I know the players I love are the likes of the David Silvas and the Agueros and things. You only have to look at it. Gary Neville said it. Gary Neville said on Sky Sports a few weeks ago after a City game, he went, you only have to look at the likes of David Silva and Sergio Aguero. They were players that you thought, after 3 years, yeah, they've had 3 great seasons, but they'll be moving on to bigger and better things, Barca's, Real. And they haven't. He said they stayed. They've been loyal. They've been here for like 8 years, 9 years, been phenomenal. They're the players I want at Man City. Not some moody teenager, some 21-year-old, 22-year-old who, if he don't want to be here, and I think he's a wonderful player, if he don't want to be here, go. But go on City's terms. Get the market value. Simple as. And he has got to be, if Coutinho is worth 146 million, Jesus, he's shit. If he's worth 146 million, Sane is worth at least 160, 170 million now, this year, not 2 years ago. So, say, if you want him, buy him, pay the 160 million. If you don't, piss off and get back to ruminating and moaning about FFP and all that, your Super League. So, and Leroy, go and sit in the stands. If you're not going to be part of the squad, go and train with the kids, go and do whatever. You can sit here and run your contract down. We paid 27 million for him. So, or 34 million for him or something like that. Go and run your contract down for 2 years if you want to. You won't have a Germany international career for the next 2 years. Don't be greedy, you know. Be a proper man and actually step up and play for the best team in the Premier League that, you know, we've ever seen. So that's it. Anyway, listen, I've got to go. I went well over. All that stuff in the media is designed to put Leroy away from us. I think he's blue. Well, I think he'll stay. I do think he'll stay. I honestly do. And he is savage. I'm not. Listen, I've said that about any player. I think I've said that about any player. I don't snitch the snitch. Leroy wants to join a real football club. Oh, yeah. Like who? Snitch the snitch. He's obviously, he's got to be a dipper. Surely he's got to be a dipper. Coming on here. Go and sit in the stands. Well, listen, if he doesn't want to play for Man City, get rid of him. Or go and make him sit in the stands. Simple as. Let's face it, Pep's hardly played him lately. Kiam, you're spot on, Andy. Get rid of the bad apples. Absolutely. You don't want any garbage around your team. We've got a team that are absolutely like that. That's why we're formidables. Formidables. Liverpool fans, get that into your head. Formidables. Never been done. Domestic treble. Domestic treble. Never been done. We've made history again and again. We made it last year. We absolutely smashed records again this year. So at the end of the day, suck it up, build a bridge, and get over it, Liverpool fans. That's it. So we don't need players who don't want to be there. If they don't want to be there, go. But you'll go on City's terms on what we get back. Can you imagine? On the money that we made, let's not forget we've got third, I think it's a third or fifth highest wage bill. So way behind what Liverpool pay their players. In the Premier League, we made £230 million a year last year, more than Liverpool. Imagine if we got £160 million in for Sane as well. Wow, on top of the money that we've already got to spend. We could have like 350, 400 million quid to spend. Joao Felix. Imagine getting Joao Felix in to replace Leroy. Imagine getting Rodri in. Imagine getting De Ligt in. Imagine getting another left back. And all that would be paid for with no debt, no nothing. Absolutely frightening. The media would go apoplectic. They'd go crazy. The fact that we can say, well, hold on a minute, we got 160 million quid for Sane. We already had 200 million quid to spend, and we bought De Ligt, Joao Felix, Rodri, Bruno Fernandes, and a left back. There'd be a meltdown. Rob Harris, Ewan McKenna, Miguel Delaney, all of them would go into absolute meltdown. You'd find them like this. To be like this at the laptops, this can't be right, this just can't be right, this just can't be right. You know, it'd be crazy. So if Sane wants to go and fund the next wave of young kids coming in that are going to make our team almost invincible for the next 5-10 years. Bring it on. That's what I say. Man City plastic outfit for sure. We would be, Chris, absolute as plastic as they come. We'd be proper oil fans. Yeah, just keep filling up your cars and bring it in, because we're going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Anyway, Felix can play on the left, right, centre, number 10. He can play anywhere. Chris Welch became a human rights. BB says 200 million. Why not? Well, exactly. Put a price on him that is what is comparable to what the likes of Mbappe, the likes of Dembele went to Barca for 2 years ago, 18 months ago. What was that? 190? I can't remember. 196 million or something crap like that. And he's been so. So the judge says I won't let him go for 150 million or less. Absolutely. So you can see the dynamics, can't you? If Sane is like going, I want to move to Bayern Munich where I can win a trophy, Bundesliga trophy every year, and they are just, Bayern Munich are in a massive rebuilding. That'll be the way United are now. They are literally 3-4 years away from being anywhere. Sane will be 27. Bayern Munich will not offer Sane the type of money that City could offer him on a new contract. And if he wants to go back to Germany to win a few trophies every year in the Bundesliga, good luck to the kid. But as long as they pay that, and City will absolutely demand, certainly if it's Bayern Munich, they will demand the top dollar because of Rummenigge, all his cohorts, everything that they have done to try and put spanner in the works with Der Spiegel, FFP, you name it. If it's Bayern Munich who want him, they better have masses and masses amount of that corn, because City will not let him go to Bayern unless it's for huge money. And that means City have got huge money to spend this summer before we get banned from the Champions League or FIFA stop our, whatever. But anyway, listen, that's it for another day. Listen, everyone, thank you so much for coming on. Just wanted to follow on from Ray's video that he did earlier. Cheers for the vlog, Andy. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You too, choppers. Take care, buddy. Enjoy your barbecue. Edison would break nets. Yeah, would. Listen, you're all stars. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. Don't know what time, because cheers, Bernard. We're doing this live. We're doing this live Skype call in America with Carl. See you, Andy. Take care. Take care, buddy. Take care, Murgan. Thank you, Murgan Shah. Thank you, Kev Bawesi. Thanks for that, mate. We're doing this vlog. It's going to be a wrap-up. Julio, sayonara. Julio, see you, Sea Dog. Who else has gone through? Take care, Jamal. Thank you, mate. Can't wait to send you. Don't forget, let me know where you want those signed artwork sending. Thank you. Cheers. Bye, Andy and Ray. Thank you, Spencer's and Mark. Tibogo, what's happening with our coach? You're too late, mate. Hours ago. Get back looking at the videos. Have a great weekend. You too. Live Skype call. What can go wrong? It generally works well. Cheers, Andy. Have a good one. You too, Blue Heart. Cheers, Andy. Says McCunn. Thank you. Big speech at the end. Love it. Thank you. Sometimes I go on one. I do apologise. Cheers for the live streams, Andy, says BB. Thank you. Sit for Life, O'Neill, Brian. Chris Patterson, bye, big guy. You're welcome. Tobago Redford is going nowhere. Robert Lang, hi, Andy. Hello, goodbye. Guys, listen, top class. Thank you, Roberto Blondi. Bye, Andy. See you, Tony. Better than watching Hugh Ferris, that's for sure. He got absolutely slated, didn't he, on Twitter? Jesus Christ. He got some absolute pelters. Bucket Hills, you need to go back and look at the video, mate. Absolute garbage. Did Andy pass his last record? I have no idea. I don't know what it was. Has Chris Walsh took his ball home? Welch, mate. Yeah, he's gone. It's long gone. He sits in a corner like this with Mr. Fester, whatever it's called. Just, they'll chat to each other. See you, Ray, mate. Hugh Ferris was crap, can't stand him, can't he? Yeah, I mean, it's just, he got so much grief on Twitter today and yesterday about him hosting it. People sort of, do not ever host one of these again because you made it all about you. I got 51 likes, Andy has 54. Oh, there you go. Ray got 51, so Chris Welch goes, I am Fossey. Gorillas in the Mist. Zinchenko and KDB had some banter and he killed it. 56, 55, 56. What is it? What are we on? I don't even know. Whatever. Give it a like. Give Ray's a like as well. Don't forget, Ray covered a load of stuff that I haven't covered on here, so keep going, lads, and it'll be all night. No, well, I'm going. I'm making steak tonight because my lad's home. He's been at his girlfriend. My younger lad has been at his girlfriend's for the last 2 days. Little shitbag. So he's back tonight. So got steaks and baked potatoes and things. So I need to go and get that done after and go and have a shower because I'm full of crap. But anyway, listen, we'll be back. We'll be doing that video tomorrow. -2 dislikes. Hey. You know who that is, don't you? Who's give us the 2 dislikes? Go on. Prize for the first person who can say who got the who gave us the dislike. One person. Go on, who is it? Go on. I'm sure you name him. Hey, Ali Mohammed. You're the first, buddy. You're the first. I'll come up with. Don't remind me. You'll get a prize. You know it is. You know it is Ali Mohammed. He's obsessed. He's obsessed about watching our videos because he knows we talk the truth, not bullshit like he does. Who got roasted? Geordie did. But anyway, listen, guys. Don't forget we'll be back and we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do that video. I don't know what time it's going to be out because we're going to do it at midday, and then we'll obviously need to edit it and render it and put it out on the channel. But that should be out sometime late afternoon, probably about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. So go and watch that. Should be good. We're going to talk about the season. We're going to talk about players individually. We're going to do a full review of best moments, best goals, you name it. We were going to do, the original discussion was we were going to do it on individual players bit by bit because we thought maybe the channel might like that, but then we thought like 3-4 minutes, and then suddenly we saw somebody else had actually done that idea, and we thought, oh, I don't really want to copy them because, you know, we've accused them of doing something similar in the past, so we don't really want to do that, even though you know, it is what it is. So we're going to be talking about the team as a whole. Thank you, BB. Captain for next season, Tom, is going to be KDB for me. When's the penalty shootout? We'll sort that out. Absolutely sort it out. I'll definitely sort that out. I promise you. I need to get in touch with Alex Williams, and I'll speak to Alex and see if we can sort it out. And we'll do like an hour where we'll do something. Crossbar challenge, penalty shootout, whatever you want. You name it, we'll do it. City signings will come in next week. You're too late, mate. We talked about that earlier. We're going to do all the City signings next week. But yeah, so that video tomorrow should be good because we're going to talk about the season as a whole, best moments, best goals, best players. You know, we're going to review the players individually, give them ratings, our own. So mine, Carl's, Ray's ratings out of 10. And we'll talk about maybe a couple of other things as well. So it's going to be like a 1 hour show, wrap up video of the season. Next week we've got several interviews, very, very interesting interviews that we're going to be doing. You need to make sure that you tune in for those. Don't be late for them. We're also got we're going to review look at the signings and the potential signings and the outgoings and things like that. So Get Sharon to get, yeah, mate, need to, that's a good point. Maybe, I don't know whether he's around, but maybe I need to give Sharon a message and give her a text message and say, you couldn't get Joe to go in out for us, in goal for us, and we'll see. But anyway, listen, guys, thank you so much. You're absolute superstars. Thank you for everyone tuning in, not only for this video, but Ray had to shoot off earlier because he had to go and pick his lads up. So, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. And we'll do the video that'll be out in the afternoon. We'll go live. I'll go live again tomorrow, probably around about 4:30ish, something like that. But listen, Sandy from Man City Fan TV. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, click subscribe, click notification, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget, comment below. It's all about you guys. It's not about us. It's about you. So if you've got questions, maybe tomorrow you want us to discuss. If we've got time, remember we've only got a 60-minute show for the video that we're doing a roundup. So if you've got a specific question, maybe we've missed something, maybe something we think, maybe we should discuss that. I'm putting together the format and structure for the show tomorrow. So tonight's for tomorrow. So if you've got any questions, comment below this video. I'll pick them up later. And when I'm putting the structure together, what I'll do is I'll think, maybe that's a good one, and discuss it with Ray. So anyway, guys, no place background music. Wouldn't that be great? Imagine Joe in net, Sharon taking the photographs, Noel's in the background giving me some lessons on the guitar, and Ray's hitting his left-footed curlers 60 yards wide or over the fence or something like that. It'd be amazing. But anyway, listen, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Take care. You're all superstars. We love you. And thank you for supporting us this season. You've been brilliant, and we couldn't do it without you. So we'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Have a great evening. See you guys. Blue. I've got to leave that in. You're just, mate, we need to go for a beer. Blue Heart, maybe he's going to be the one to save you. Superb. And give it a thumbs up. Thanks, BB.